favorite. I love this segment. I love talking about Alton Little Theater.
I do too.
Good point.
It would be sad if the executive director didn't like to talk about theater.
That would be something else.
Yeah.
That'd be a segment I paid to watch.
Yeah, like, really, it's not fun.
It could do. Yeah. Well, this is great. So auditions for Spamalot are getting ready to take place, correct?
Yes. In fact, today I wanted to make sure I talked about two empowering things.
Yes.
But yes, the auditions for Spamalot, we finally got the final approval. There is a professional tour that's starting, and that was the hang up. But we're okay. It's starting on the East Coast, and it's after our production.
Oh.
So they gave us permission. And it's just such a fun, crazy show. People just love it. And it needs at least 25 players, males and females. Some people don't understand that besides the Lady of the Lake, there's a whole dancing course. Sometimes it's a little difficult between the guys in tights and the girls to tell which is which, but that's okay these days. But it's just the songs are zany. It's so much energy. The costumes, the staging, a dancing cow. I mean, all kinds of things happen. So it's the 22nd at 10 a.m. and then the 23rd at 1 p.m. And all you have to do is come out, bring a song, have it recorded on your phone. You know, you can have your own music, or you could sing a cappella. Not too many people should try that unless
Thank you.
they really have trained voices. And don't sing Happy Birthday. That's the fallback that everybody uses that does not impress the musical director. Eddie Hitchcock is going to take care of the music.
He is so good.
Yeah, he's so good. Arsenio Gaines is going to do the choreography. And, of course, Kevin Frakes is directing, and I'll be assisting. And we're really hoping to have a big turnout. And I think we will from the entire region. We love to get new talent from the whole region in. And this will be a fun show. It runs July 21st through the 30th for 8 performances. Of course, if we get big crowds, we may have to add a performance.
That's a call to action for all of you at home. Let's add some more shows.
Exactly. Because we pay less every show we do. That first show, the first time you even get the rights, it's over $8,000. So it takes a little while to recoup that. And then you put another $3,000 for costumes. And then you have props and scripts and scores and, you know, paying people. And so, yeah, the average musical costs the theater between $15,000 and $16,000, which we love because it brings people in. They're not the money makers. People will look and say, oh, my God, look at how much money they're making. Every seat is filled. It's like, yeah, but you have no idea what the tab is for this.
Well, it's like, we'd be making money if we filled the seats 8 times in the same show, you know?
Yes, exactly.
So with that being said, with your experience and with musicals and plays, which is the one that normally draws the bigger crowd? Does it just depend on the performance?
I would say musicals and really popular comedies are very, very popular. But again, name recognition. Sadly, some people, if they don't know the name or if it has a strange name, it's my job to sort of let people know what is that show really about. Because we try and do new and relevant shows, but unless they go to a lot of theater, they don't read about the New York shows very much. I mean, a very few people do, but they don't. And so they're not going to see it. Although a few more shows are showing up, you know, streaming HD, Broadway streaming and things like that.
Really? That's actually really cool.
But theater buffs watch those shows, not the average person who's looking for some entertainment. So a lot of times it's a big cast. That means they have lots of relatives, spouses and boyfriend, girlfriend, and grandma and grandpa, you know, will come to see it, which is why so many theater groups put a lot of kids in shows. And I'm not totally critical of that. You can hear that I am. Because one of the things we're also doing is we have youth acting classes in the summer, because I get hundreds of calls. I'm not exaggerating. You know, is there anything for my child to be in? Well, Not very much, because we don't compete with the schools. It used to be that the schools had full-fledged theater programs, and certainly the middle school under Eddie does now,
Oh, yeah.
and certainly Christy Doring and Ann Davis and people at Alton High, and there's wonderful people at Bethalto. And we don't want to compete because that's their foundation. But in the summer, we like to do something, and knowing we were going to do Spamalot, which is 16 and above. We wanted something for the younger kids. So we're doing acting classes 8 to 17 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and a lot more girls than boys, but we do have some boys. And we really teach them about performance, vocal presentation, being on stage, so that they know all the theater terms. They understand what a director does, what the choreographer wants them to do.
Right.
All those functions.
That is really, really just amazing. I mean, because, there's so many summer programs for sports, and, getting that
Yes,
swing
yeah.
perfected, but really there's not a lot around here for really teaching, individuals and younger folks the foundation, the building blocks of being a really good performer.
And that's what the parents tell me, and they put them in shows. And then the kids just are in the course, but they don't get any individual attention. They stick a costume, they stick them in, and they don't really care if they can perform. And many of these kids would like to go on in theater. Well, they're never going to get past a college audition. I was there with Illinois Wesleyan. It's tough. You have to be able to do drama, comedy. You have to be able to move. You have to improvise. So we have fun. I mean, it's great fun, and we feed them, and it's open to parents. Some directors will make it a closed set. That's just crazy these days.
Yeah.
It needs to be open. The parents need to feel they can walk in, not direct, but they can walk in at any point and see there's 2 adults with every child at all time. We don't let kids run around. We take every alcohol spot out of the building. There's nothing they can get in trouble with. And we still have about 10 slots. Left in the classes. Yeah, they just started. There was an ad in the paper. I wrote a press release, and so, but we'd really like to get some more, particularly more teens. And I know they get to be 16 and they have to get a job most of the time to support a car. I did it too. But this is Tuesday and Thursday afternoon starting June 20th, and then we have a showcase on Monday the 31st, where all the parents and grandparents can come see them. They've worked on their monologues. They've worked on their group presentation. So it's not like a show, but it's the basics. They will be better prepared to go back to school. And hopefully next summer, the rights become available. We're going to do Frozen. So
You've got to be. That is going to be the best.
It is. It is.
So we have a text line, and then I scour through our social media just to make sure we aren't missing anything. Our text line always loves you, but new commenter saying Lee Cox is just so awesome.
She and my parents are dead, so somebody else must love me.
You were so great. And I mean, to me though, this is a really important program. And I mean, honestly, if I would have known about this when I was younger, because there's so many kids, especially now with all these influencers of air quotes that, post on social media, and a lot of kids get interested in that in that performing arts, but they do it, not the correct way from professionals that have been down this road that know exactly what they need to prepare for. It's like going to a good sports program for all the parents to correlate that with a former major league or, baseball player as your coach, because you have that building block to really help everybody.
Well, Kevin Frakes was actually one of the first people to do a big summer show with kids, and then everybody figured out, let's do that. And now I feel for these kids because they want to do everything. We've given them the whole world, and they want to do that. Right. And they really can't do 2 big things. Now, they could play sports depending on when the games are. We have a lot of athletic kids, but their parents compare schedules, and usually grandparents or somebody else is helping with transportation. But we get 200 calls at least a year. Do you have anything for my daughter or son? And so finally, Kevin and I, even though our summer's very busy with that musical, we decided, we need to do this for the younger generation, because when we started with our Harry Potter series and when we did The Wizard of Oz, those kids are all going to college now, and we love them. And,
Right.
we're so happy for them, but we're like, we need some more kids.
We're losing our farm system here.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness, that is really great. So for more information, how can people reach out and get that information or get tickets?
Just call the theater, 618-462-3205. There is a form, but I like to speak with the parents. There's a very detailed form so we know about allergies or any physical issues or vocal or certainly emotional issues. We want to create this safe space for the kids. And so many people, take vacation. So July 4th, that week, we're not going to have Tuesday because we know that. And if they miss one class here or there, that's not a big deal. If they're going to miss half of them, it's not worth it for them or for us.
Wow. I mean, I'm just blown away because this isn't, whenever you first started saying it, obviously I'm starting to make correlations early on and I'm going, well, this is kind of neat, and all that. But I mean, you better be ready to work this summer and learn,
and me as well.
Yes, I mean that
because I'm directing Ding Dong, which we'll talk about at the end of the month. But I was like coming up with a curriculum, and every day Kevin says, "So we've got all the lesson plans done." He's kidding a little bit because he's building this set for Ding Dong, and he's in it, so he's feeling kind of overloaded. He's like, "You working on the curriculum yet? You got all the stuff the kids need?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm on it.
We're getting there. That is so great. And, with that being said, what was the second thing you wanted to talk about that was very important that we wanted to get off?
Well, because both Spamalot and both the acting classes, there's some youthful enthusiasm. There are older roles in Spamalot, but I think it's very empowering for people to get to actually do something and work with theater professionals. And a lot of them are not going to go on in theater, but I want it to remain a very good memory.
Well, and you're right. And I've never been in theater, but
you're going to come and put those tights on and audition.
Put those tights on and audition. There you go. We're going to sell out that darn show. You wait and see.
Yes.
Bring a bag, But when I was over, and you hit it right on the head. When I was over doing, when I got called to go to Austin and do that training and stuff, I thought, well, we'll see where it goes. I don't know if this is going to lead to anything down the road. And I've had a pretty decent run of things, and all of a sudden I'm going, even if it doesn't, it's the experience. It's the fact that you got to learn this the right way, and you got to do everything that you would need to be prepared for this, next phase, this next call, just like these kids are going to be with this, and to be a part of performances where you can entertain the region because, everyone goes, staple in the community. Well, that's one thing. You guys are really a staple for this entire, Metro East region, and that's really impressive.
Well, and we love that. But, the last time I was here, I just blanked out on Darla's name, Darla Hook. She's a professional female wrestler. Never done any theater, came out to audition for Ding Dong, and she is delightful. I have to teach her to stand like a girl once in a while. I mean, she could take you down.
Oh, without a doubt.
Without a doubt, she could. And then we have a retired teacher who just showed up and wanted to audition. She's directed fourth grade productions, but she's like, I had no idea what it was, really like in a real theater with real stage lights. She goes, it's so hot. And I said, oh, yeah, it is.
Well, oh, man, I am so excited for all this because you guys, you do such a good job, and Kevin and the whole group of finding these shows that are, something that isn't, Lion King for the 800th time at a certain theater. And it's like, well, that was great 80 years ago, but let's find, and you always find a way to keep us really just intrigued about what's coming out next. And
and that's a toss-up because, yes, something new, but we do have language and content sensibilities in the Midwest. We have to be aware of that. We have to look at the age range and who's going to be drawn to this. And we even like newer original plays, even though people have told me like, oh, original, well, it couldn't be that good. And I'm like, no, this is a very talented person who must get their play done by at least 3 theater groups before Samuel French or dramatist or anybody, they won't even look at it unless you've produced it. Wow. So us producing it, doing a video, a letter from me, really helps that. And so I like to think we have helped launch a couple playwrights.
That is really cool.
Because Neil Simon's been gone now for a while. We need some new comedies, And his were difficult because his rule was you could not change one word, and they did have a lot of language issues. I love Neil Simon,
Really?
but we could not do his shows very often. Yeah.
Now, and that's something I never even thought about, too. And wow, that's all I could say is, wow, I could only imagine trying to maneuver those.
Well, I used to tell people in St. Louis, it's not that far to come to Alton, but people here will think, oh, St. Louis. But of course, I go to a lot of St. Louis theater, and the language they get away with there, we would not get away with here.
I went to one show in St. Louis and experienced the theater scene and went, oh my goodness, if I said that, if I was on stage, I'd have to have 3 guards walk me to the car.
Exactly. Yep.
So I wanted to ask you too, Lee, about these season tickets, because I've been talking about them on the show about 3 times a week to inform.
You.
Oh, always. And I wanted to talk about this because with Mother's Day coming up,
yes,
I really think this is a great way to treat, the mom in our life too.
Oh, it's so easy.
Yeah.
Just buy her a ticket to Ding Dong, buy a ticket for the season, because we not only have a fabulous basket that the 10 Burges have put together, because the secondary title of the show is My Just Desserts. It really is. I'm not making that up.
Oh, my goodness.
So we have 8 women who will be in attendance. There'll be a random drawing, and they'll get $25 gift certificates to our own My Just Desserts. And we have a champagne cocktail that day. We try and make it really, really special for all the moms, sisters, girlfriends, things. That's our closing performance, and I promise you it will be special.
That's great. And is there anything else I'm forgetting about today? Did we hit on everything?
Well, we'll talk about Ding Dong, and but the season ticket, the best deal is good through May 31st.
That's what I was wanting to get out.
Yes. I mean, you still can get a good price even June, July, and August, and then even in September, it's a little more, but you're still saving 30% then. But then they go away until next March. You can buy single tickets, but there's only this window of about 5 months where we then know what our budget can be, because we know how many season tickets we've sold. But people get 40% off if they buy early.
You can't even beat that. And that's what I was saying. Every year we always try to find something for mom, that we can do and have that special, moment. But you can have those moments all year long with the season ticket.
Yes, with the extra things. And we had somebody yesterday who bought a ticket to every single thing, and it was $125. And she's like, I'm going to see you every month. And I said, yes, you are.
If you guys want to learn more about season tickets and upcoming plays, because we are going to be talking about Ding Dong, this is a great comedy, but that's a tease for next month, because I want to stop in. We're going to meet some folks and have some fun doing that one.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. For tickets, AltonLittleTheater.org. That's AltonLittleTheater.org. Executive Director Lee Cox, you are just the best.
Oh, thank you, CJ.
We'll come back with more of our daily show. TJ Callahan was elected to the South Roxana Village Board of Trustees. He calls in, fills us in on his election and plans for the future. Next.